Hello, and welcome to the deep dive.
Yes, welcome. We are very happy you are here.
We really are. Right now, wherever you are, I want you to think about what you are trying to learn.
Maybe you're learning a new language.
Yeah, or maybe you are trying to build something new, or, learning a new skill for your job.
Whatever it is, you are working hard.
You are. But I also know something else. I know that sometimes you just want to stop.
It happens to everyone.
It really does. You sit down to do the work, and suddenly the work feels, well, it feels too heavy.
You look at your books or your computer.
Right. And you just feel like you cannot do it today.
You feel very tired.
Yes. If you feel this way, you are not alone. You are in the perfect place today.
We have a very clear mission today.
We do. Today, we are talking about how to finish things.
It is a very important topic.
It is. I studied a very interesting idea recently, and I found some great stories that I want to share with you.
We are going to explore what happens inside our minds when we feel tired.
Exactly. And more importantly, we will figure out how to keep going, especially when the work gets really hard.
We will learn this together.
Okay, let's unpack this. When I was looking at my notes, I found one big idea.
The main quote.
Yes, the main quote. It is the foundation for everything today.
What is the quote?
The quote is, "Don't stop when you're tired, stop when you're done."
Don't stop when you're tired, stop when you're done.
I want you to really think about those words. It sounds very simple, right?
It does sound simple.
But, when I first read that, I pushed back a little bit.
Why is that?
I thought, well, if I am tired, shouldn't I listen to my body? If my body says stop, is it dangerous to keep going?
That is a very good question. It sounds extreme at first.
Yeah, a little bit.
To understand this, we have to talk about the word tired.
Okay.
We use the word tired for many different feelings.
That is true.
There is a real physical tired. Think about late at night.
Oh, when your eyes are heavy.
Right. You are yawning. Your body needs sleep. Let's call that sleepy tired.
Sleepy tired. Okay, if I feel sleepy tired, I should sleep right.
Yes, absolutely go to sleep.
Yeah.
But there is a second kind of tired.
Okay.
Let's call it the inside tired.
The inside tired. I like that name. How is it different?
Well, the inside tired is a trick. It is a trick your brain plays on you.
The trick.
Yes. It is not about needing sleep. It is about not having motivation.
Oh, I see.
Imagine you sit at your desk to study English. It is 2 o'clock in the afternoon.
I had a good breakfast.
Right. And you slept well last night.
So I am not sleepy.
You are not physically sleepy.
Yeah.
But you open your book, you look at a difficult grammar rule.
And suddenly I feel exhausted.
Exactly. Your brain says, I don't want to do this. This is too hard. Let's do it tomorrow.
Yes, you get a heavy feeling in your chest.
You want to walk away. That is the inside tired.
Oh, I know that feeling so well. It is very sneaky.
Very sneaky.
You open the book, and suddenly you think, I should wash the dishes right now.
Or I need to check my phone.
Yes, just for 5 minutes. The brain invents any excuse to stop working.
Your brain just wants to save energy. Think about a phone battery.
Okay, a phone battery.
When the battery is low, what does the phone do?
It makes the screen dark.
Right. It stops background apps. It tries to save power.
Oh, and our brains do that.
Yes. Thousands of years ago, humans needed to save physical energy to survive.
They run from wild animals.
Exactly. So the brain learned a rule. If something is hard, stop doing it. Save your energy.
But today, we're not running from animals.
No, we are just sitting at a desk, looking at a book.
But the brain still uses the old rule.
It does. It sees the difficult grammar, and it sends a strong message to stop.
It creates the inside tired feeling. Wow. That makes so much sense.
The brain is trying to protect you.
But it is protecting me from the wrong things. It is protecting me from learning.
Yes, it is.
But here is my problem. If I listen to the inside tired...
And you close the book?
Right. I feel a little better in that exact moment. But then tomorrow comes...
And what happens?
The grammar rule is still there. I still do not know it. The work is waiting for me.
Nothing changed.
Exactly. Nothing changed.
If you listen to the inside tired, you only delay the work.
You just push the problem into the future.
And pushing the problem into the future makes you feel stressed.
Yeah, you carry guilt all day.
So today, we want to change how we react to that feeling.
I would love that.
We will look at real stories to understand this.
I am excited for the stories. I studied a really great one first.
Let's hear it.
We can call this part The Shaky Bookshelf and the Inside Tired.
Okay, the shaky bookshelf.
Picture a living room in a small apartment.
Got it.
There is a large bookshelf full of heavy books, but it has a major problem.
What is wrong with it?
It is incredibly shaky. If you walk past it, the whole thing wobbles.
It leans to one side.
Yes, it looks like it might crash onto the floor.
A shaky piece of furniture is very stressful.
It is a constant reminder of a problem.
A visual reminder of unfinished business.
Right. So the person living there decides to finally fix it.
Good for them.
They start with what we call the optimistic start.
Ah, the optimistic start. We all know this feeling.
It is Saturday morning, the sun is shining, they feel great.
They think, today is the day I will fix this bookshelf.
Yes. They go to the store, they buy new screws, metal brackets, a new screwdriver.
They feel very confident.
They look at the bookshelf and think, I have tools, I have a plan, I will be done in 1 hour.
The optimistic start is fascinating.
Why is that?
When we begin a new task, our brains expect it to be easy.
We imagine the strong, finished bookshelf.
Exactly. We do not imagine the struggle. We are bad at guessing how hard something will be.
We think the path is perfectly straight.
But this positive energy is very fragile.
Fragile is the perfect word, because the story changes quickly.
What happens?
The person takes all the books off the shelves, they put them in messy piles on the floor.
So the room is already a mess.
Yes. Then they take the bookshelf apart. Pieces of wood are everywhere.
They try to put it back together.
Right, with the new metal brackets. But the screws do not fit.
The wood is old and hard.
And the instructions they found are confusing. The pictures do not match the wood.
The straight path is suddenly full of rocks.
Let's describe the physical reality now. 1 hour passes.
The job is supposed to be done.
But it isn't. Another hour passes. It is the middle of the afternoon.
The apartment is getting warm.
The person is sitting on the hard floor. Their back hurts from bending over.
Their hands are dirty.
They are sweating. And the worst part, the living room looks like a disaster zone.
There is no bookshelf.
Yeah.
Just a mess of wood, tools, and books.
They have hit the wall.
Hitting the wall is when the inside tired takes over.
What is the brain doing right now?
The brain is getting bad signals. The body says, my back hurts, I am hot.
The eyes say, this is a giant mess.
The brain panics. It says, this is too much energy. Stop right now.
And the desire to quit is so strong.
Extremely strong.
The person is holding a screwdriver. They look at their comfortable sofa.
They want to lie down.
Yes. They think, I want to drop this tool. I want to order a pizza and watch a movie.
They are too tired for confusing instructions.
I felt this deeply when I read it. You just want to escape.
You want to escape the uncomfortable feeling.
But what if they just stopped? What if they finished it the next day?
Quitting right then is a bad idea.
Why?
Because of the environment they created. Think about the choice.
Okay.
If they choose the sofa and the pizza, they get fast comfort. The back pain stops.
But look at the living room.
Exactly. The wood is on the floor. The books are everywhere.
If they stop, they have to live in that mess.
And I will finish tomorrow turns into I will finish next weekend.
That is so true.
For a whole week, they will see a mess. They will feel stressed in their own home.
They chose fast comfort, but they bought long-term stress.
Yes. Choosing immediate comfort buys long-term stress.
So what did the person do?
Did they eat the pizza?
No. They decided not to listen to the inside, tired.
Good choice.
They looked at the sofa, but they shook their head. They remembered the quote.
Don't stop when you're tired. Stop when you're done.
Yes. They picked up the screwdriver. They tried a different way.
They pushed through the feeling.
It was slow, frustrating work. It took the entire day.
Through the afternoon and evening.
It got dark outside. Finally, at 10 o'clock at night, they tightened the last screw.
They finished it.
They stood up. Their back ached a lot. They put the books on the shelves, one by one.
And how did it look?
They pushed the bookshelf. It did not wobble. It was completely solid.
How did they feel in that moment?
This is the best part. The notes described an amazing change in their energy.
The done energy.
Yes, the done energy. Physically, they were totally exhausted.
Muscles sore, hot, and dirty.
But their mind felt incredible. They felt a huge rush of happy energy.
They were smiling at a piece of furniture.
They were, because the job was finally done.
This done energy is very real. When you finish a hard task, your brain rewards you.
With happy chemicals.
Yes, like dopamine.
Yeah.
It is the brain saying, good job, you survived.
It is amazing how much stronger that mental feeling is than the physical pain.
It is. The physical pain disappears quickly. You sleep, and tomorrow your back is fine.
But the happy done feeling stays.
The pride lasts for days. Every time they look at the strong bookshelf, they feel pride.
They traded a few hours of pain for years of happiness.
If they quit, They would trade an hour of pizza for a week of stress.
Wow, that changes how I look at my English textbooks.
Remember the Dunn energy.
I will. Now, speaking of pushing through physical pain, I studied another story.
Let's move to a new scenario.
We can call this Kilometer Number 4. It is a story about running.
Running is a great example. No tools, just you and your mind.
Right. So, a person decides to run 5 kilometers in a large city park.
5 kilometers is a big challenge for a beginner.
It is. They practice, but they have never run the full 5 without stopping.
Today is the day they want to prove they can do it.
Exactly. Just like the bookshelf, we begin with the optimistic start.
The weather is nice.
Beautiful weather, cool breeze, sun shining. They put on headphones with fun music.
They start jogging.
The first 2 kilometers are wonderful. The runner feels light.
Legs move easily. Breathing is calm.
They look at the trees and think, I am doing great. This is not hard.
The brain is happy. The body is fresh. This is the honeymoon phase.
But the honeymoon phase always ends.
Always.
They pass kilometer 2, kilometer 3. The music doesn't sound as fun.
And then?
Then they reach kilometer number 4.
The wall.
It is the dark middle of the project. I want to describe their body at this moment.
Okay, tell me.
Their legs do not feel light. They feel incredibly heavy.
Like lead.
Yes, like heavy metal inside their muscles. Lifting their foot takes massive effort.
The muscles are losing energy. The body sends alarms.
The alarms are ringing. Their breathing is fast. They pull air in through their mouth.
It feels like they cannot get enough oxygen.
Their chest burns. Their face is bright red like a tomato.
Sweat is in their eyes. The body's screaming.
This is the crucial moment.
Yes. When the physical body suffers, the inside tired voice gets very loud.
The brain tries to take control. It starts negotiating.
What does the brain say?
It says, okay, we did 4 kilometers. That is a lot. Let's stop here.
We can walk the rest of the way.
We will try 5 next week. Next week will be better.
The brain makes quitting sound like a very smart idea.
It does. It gives you a comfortable excuse.
But why shouldn't the runner take the excuse? Why not sit on the grass?
Because of the finish line. They only have 1 kilometer left.
The finish line is real.
If they stop, their legs will feel better in 10 minutes.
But how will they feel tomorrow?
Exactly. They set a goal of 5. They only did 4. They will feel disappointed.
Disappointment is a heavy, sad feeling.
You look in the mirror and think, I could have done it, but I chose to stop.
I want to emphasize this. We have 2 options.
Option 1, keep running.
Your legs hurt for 10 more minutes.
Yeah.
But you get the done energy. You feel proud.
Option 2, quit.
Your legs feel better immediately. But you feel sad for a week.
The pain of running is short. The pain of quitting is long.
Choose the short physical pain to get the long pride.
I agree. But in the middle of kilometer 4, logic does not always work.
It is hard to think clearly.
The runner is suffering, moving very slowly, staring at their heavy feet.
And then what happens?
Something totally unexpected. I love this detail. A dog appears.
A dog.
A very small, incredibly fluffy dog.
Like a little cloud.
Yes. The dog is having the best day. It has a bright yellow tennis ball in its mouth.
And it wants to play.
It runs right onto the path, directly in front of the runner,
Oh no.
and drops the yellow ball right at the runner's feet.
That is dangerous. When your legs feel like lead, an obstacle is a major problem.
You don't have quick reflexes.
You can't jump over it easily.
It was a huge problem. The runner saw the ball at the last second.
If they take one more step, they step on the ball.
They twist their ankle and fall on the fluffy dog.
So they have to stop.
Instantly. But they are exhausted. They can't stop normally.
What do?
To avoid the dog, they twist their body. They throw their arms wide.
They kick one leg to the side.
Yes, they wobble backward. It looks like a strange, uncoordinated dance.
Like a broken puppet.
Exactly. They look completely crazy trying to stay standing.
That is quite an image. The tired runner doing a wild dance.
And there were other people in the park.
Oh, they saw it.
They saw the whole thing. The red-faced runner doing this crazy dance for a tiny dog.
Did they laugh?
They couldn't help it. They started laughing. Not cruel laughter.
Just because it was a funny situation?
Yes. And here's the best part. The runner realized how silly they looked.
They looked at the dog?
They looked at the laughing people. And the runner started laughing too.
That is a beautiful turning point.
Really? Why?
Because laughter is actually very important here. It is medicine against the inside tired.
Medicine? How?
The runner was trapped in a cycle of stress, thinking only about heavy legs.
But the laughter broke the cycle.
Yes. Laughter causes the brain to release a rush of endorphins.
Endorphins, what are those?
They're chemicals. They act like natural painkillers.
Oh, like a mood elevator.
Exactly. For a few seconds, the brain stops thinking about the pain. It feels joy.
That flash of joy gives a tiny spark of energy.
It resets the mind. It reminds the runner, I am just a person having a funny moment.
I am not fighting for my life.
It is a mental reset button.
And it worked. The runner stopped laughing, took a breath, and started jogging again.
Did they run fast?
No, their legs felt even heavier. They moved slower than a turtle.
It was barely a run.
A slow shuffle. But they kept moving forward.
I did not stop.
They used that spark of energy to push through kilometer 4 and then kilometer 5.
They crossed the finish line.
They chose done over tired.
Even if movement is very slow, it is still forward movement.
A slow runner is still a runner.
Exactly.
At the end, they collapsed on the grass. But they were smiling,
The disappointment was gone.
replaced by the deep pride of done energy.
That is a great story.
It is inspiring. But we don't always have a fluffy dog to make us laugh.
That is true.
Sometimes we are alone in a quiet room studying. The inside tired is screaming at us.
We cannot rely on luck or dogs. We need practical tools.
Well, I found a specific mental trick in the notes. It is perfect for lonely moments.
What is the trick?
It is called the 5-minute rule.
The 5-minute rule. It sounds simple.
It is incredibly simple to execute. Imagine you are at your desk.
Okay.
You have studied English vocabulary for an hour. Your brain feels full.
You look at the irregular verbs.
Your vision gets blurry. You feel frustrated.
You want to close the book.
You reach your hand to turn off the light. You are ready to quit.
The inside tired is winning.
Yes, but right at that second, before you close the book, you must talk to yourself out loud.
What do you say?
You say, I am not going to quit for the day. I am only going to study for 5 more minutes.
That's 5 minutes.
When 5 minutes is over, I promise I will stop. Then you look at the clock and focus for 5 minutes.
This is a brilliant strategy for the brain.
Really?
Yes.
Why does it work?
We talk about how the brain gets scared of hard things.
Yes, the phone battery idea.
When you sit down to study for 2 hours, your brain looks at the time and panics.
2 hours feels like a giant mountain.
The brain says, I cannot climb a mountain today. The project paralyzes you.
Thinking about the whole project makes me tired before I start.
But the 5-minute rule changes how the brain sees the task.
You trick your mind.
When the brain hears 2 hours, it sees a mountain. But what does it see when it hears 5 minutes?
It sees a small step.
Exactly. 5 minutes is nothing. You wait for a bus for 5
To
minutes.
boil water for 5 minutes.
The brain realizes, oh, 5 minutes is not a mountain. It is a small crack in the sidewalk.
I can step over that.
The fear disappears. The task becomes very small.
You shrink the mountain down to a pebble. That makes sense.
It does.
But I have to push back a little here.
Okay, tell me.
I have tried this. If I am truly exhausted, studying for 5 minutes isn't going to help me learn a language.
That is true.
And what happens when the 5 minutes is over? I just quit anyway.
You are missing the secret magic of the rule.
The magic.
The magic happens during the 5 minutes. It is about momentum.
Momentum, like moving forward.
Think about a heavy car parked on a flat road.
Okay, a parked car.
If you try to push the car from a dead stop, it is incredibly difficult.
You have to push with all your strength.
Just to make the wheels move 1 inch.
Mhm.
But once the car is rolling slowly,
It is much easier to keep it rolling. You can push it with one hand.
starting is the hardest part.
So when I want to quit, my brain is a parked car.
Yes. It takes massive effort to focus. You use the 5-minute rule to get the car rolling.
I force myself to look at one verb.
Minute 1 is painful. Minute 2 is annoying. But by minute 3, something changes.
I read a good sentence. My brain engages. The car is rolling.
When the alarm goes off after 5 minutes, you realize the work is not terrible.
You have momentum.
Because you have momentum, you don't want to stop.
At the end of 5 minutes, I make a new negotiation.
You say, that wasn't too bad. Let's do 5 more minutes.
I reset the clock,
And the next 5 minutes are easier.
then another 5, and suddenly I studied for 30 minutes and finished the chapter.
You cross the finish line by taking tiny 5-minute steps.
Look at the next step, not the whole staircase. I love that.
It is very practical.
But this brings up a serious question for me.
What is the question?
A question I struggle with. Is it ever okay to just stop?
That is a vital question.
What if the car won't roll? What if I am deeply burned out? Do I force myself to work every single day?
If we only talk about pushing through pain, we risk serious burnout.
It sounds miserable.
The answer is yes. It is absolutely okay and necessary to stop sometimes.
Oh, good.
But we must be clear about our vocabulary. We need to understand the difference between taking a break and quitting.
Taking a break and quitting, they look similar.
They look the same on the outside, but they are completely different.
If I close my book, I'm not studying. How is it different?
Let's use an analogy. Imagine a long road trip. You are driving a car across the country to visit a faraway city. The city is your goal.
I drive for 6 hours. The sun is hot.
Your eyes are tired. Suddenly a red light turns on. The car is out of fuel.
If I keep driving, the engine will stop.
What is the logical thing to do?
I have to pull over. I drive off the highway and go to a gas station.
Exactly. You make a pit stop, you park next to the gas pump, you turn off the engine,
The car is no longer moving forward.
you get out,
Yeah.
you stretch your legs, you pump fuel.
Maybe I buy cold water and sit on a bench.
During this time, you are not making progress. You are completely stopped.
But it's a necessary stop. The car needs fuel and I need water.
This is a break. It is purposeful rest.
Okay.
But here is the key. You do not unpack your bags and live at the gas station.
I don't build a house next to the gas pump.
No. You know the gas station is temporary. When you have fuel, you sit back in the driver's seat.
I turn the key and get back on the highway.
You resume the journey.
The picture is clear. A break is the gas station. You stop for energy, but you get back in the car.
So what does quitting look like?
What is it?
Quitting is pulling into the gas station, turning off the car, and throwing the keys into the trash can.
Wow.
You walk away. You decide the city's too far. The journey ends forever at the gas station.
Throwing the keys in the trash. That really shows the permanence of quitting.
Let's apply this to the listener learning English.
Yes. How do we know when we need a gas station and when we are making excuses?
Learning a language is a cross-country road trip. Your brain is building new pathways. It is exhausting.
Let's say I studied for 10 days in a row.
On the 11th day, you feel the deep inside tired. You try the 5-minute rule, but you cannot focus.
The words look like meaningless shapes.
You feel angry at the textbook. Your mental fuel tank is empty. The red light is flashing.
When you feel actual anger toward the language, that's a bad sign.
It is a sign you need a pit stop. On that day, you must rest without guilt.
Close the textbook.
Say, today is a gas station day. Do not study grammar. Watch a funny movie. Go for a walk.
Cook a nice meal. Sleep early.
Let your brain process the information. Let the car rest.
But the danger is the next morning, right?
Exactly. The rule is rest, but do not quit.
Rest, but do not quit.
The next morning, you cannot stay at the gas station. You must open the textbook.
Even for 10 minutes.
You must put the key in the ignition and get back on the highway.
If I let one day of rest become 2 days, then a week.
You have thrown the keys in the trash. You have quit.
Take the break, but continue the journey. I am going to write that down.
It removes guilt from resting, but keeps the responsibility of finishing.
We have a great toolkit now. We know the inside tire, the 5-minute rule, and the gas station rule.
What is next?
I want to look at one more story. It weaves all these tools together.
I am ready.
We call this the cat in trouble and the persistence muscle. It is about learning to play the acoustic guitar.
Learning an instrument is the ultimate test of patience. The gap between what you sound like and what you want sound like is huge.
It is a massive gap. The person in this story has the optimistic start.
They want to be a guitar player.
They buy a shiny new guitar. They feel excited. They imagine playing beautiful songs around a campfire.
They feel like a rock star before playing a note. The honeymoon phase.
But the guitar requires physical adaptation.
They discover this immediately.
They hold the guitar and press their fingers on the strings. Acoustic strings are thick metal wire.
You have to push hard against the wood.
Within 3 minutes, their fingertips are in agony. Deep red lines in the skin.
It feels like pressing against dull knives. The physical wall hits fast.
And the physical pain isn't the worst part. The sound is the worst part.
They don't know how to press the strings correctly.
So it makes a sharp buzzing noise. The person said it sounded like a cat in trouble.
A cat in trouble. That is a vivid auditory picture. A screeching noise.
It annoyed everyone in the apartment.
Painful fingers and terrible noise. The perfect recipe for the inside tired.
The attack was fast. The brain said, "We are not rock stars. Your fingers are weak. Stop now."
And they experienced the almost quit.
They put the guitar in the case and shoved it deep into a dark closet.
They parked at the gas station and threw the keys away.
They thought, I will never touch that thing again.
They gave up when reality didn't match the fantasy. Very common. So what changed their mind?
They found motivation from an external source. A few days later, they watched a video online.
What was the video?
A young girl playing an acoustic guitar. A fast, beautiful, complex song. Her fingers danced perfectly.
The person felt jealous, I imagine.
Yes, but then they had a massive realization.
What was the realization?
They looked at the girl's fingers. They realized that when she first picked up a guitar, her fingers were soft too.
Her fingers hurt too.
She sounded like a cat in trouble too. She was not born with metal fingertips.
She went through the exact same pain.
The only difference was a choice. The girl in the video didn't stop when she was tired.
She kept going. That is a profound perspective shift. We think experts have magic talent.
But every expert was a struggling beginner. The pain is a normal step.
It is not a sign of failure.
This changed everything. The person opened the closet and pulled the guitar out.
They tried again.
But they changed their strategy. They didn't try to play for an hour.
They used our tricks.
They said, I will practice pressing the strings for exactly 10 minutes a day. Then I will stop.
Yeah, used the 5-minute rule, but made it 10 minutes. They shrunk the mountain.
Exactly. 10 minutes of pain is manageable. So they practiced on Monday. Fingers hurt, sounded bad.
But they finished 10 minutes.
Practice Tuesday. Still a cat in trouble. Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. They rested on Saturday.
A gas station day.
Started again on Sunday. And very slowly, things changed.
Their body was changing.
After 2 weeks, the skin on their fingertips became hard and thick. Calluses formed.
The metal strings did not hurt anymore.
Because the pain was gone, they could press harder. The buzzing stopped.
The cat in trouble noise faded.
Clear notes replaced it. After a month of tiny 10-minute sessions, they played a complete song.
Just a simple song.
Yes, Twinkle, Twinkle, Little Star. But the feeling was explosive.
Huge done energy.
Huge. They didn't quit. They finished. And the notes use this to explain a fascinating concept.
We need to start thinking about persistence as a muscle.
Persistence is a muscle. How is a mental trait like a physical muscle?
Think about the bicep in your arm. If you want it stronger, you lift a heavy weight.
Lifting the weight is uncomfortable.
It causes micro tears in the muscle. Your arm feels weak afterward.
But when you rest, the body repairs it. It makes it stronger.
So next week, the weight feels lighter.
Basic exercise science, you break the muscle to build it stronger.
The same process happens in your mind with persistence. Persistence is the ability to keep going.
The persistence muscle.
Every time you feel the inside tired, you are holding a heavy mental weight.
If I quit, I drop the weight. The muscle doesn't grow.
But if you push through, you lift the weight. You stress the mental muscle.
And the brain adapts to that stress.
Yes. When you finish a hard task and feel the done energy, your brain learns a lesson.
It says, I am the kind of person who finishes difficult things.
The persistence muscle gets stronger. This is why finishing small things is important.
If I force myself to finish a small task today, my mind is physically stronger tomorrow.
Because you built a small bookshelf today, next month you can build a giant table.
No effort is wasted. Every finished task is a workout for my brain.
It applies perfectly to studying.
If I learned 5 new English words today, even when I'm tired, I lift a mental weight.
Because you learned 5 words today, tomorrow your brain can learn a whole paragraph.
But if I quit easily on small things, the muscle gets weak.
You are training your brain's default response. You want the default to be push through, not quit.
Okay, we have explored the bookshelf, the run with the fluffy dog, the 5-minute rule, the gas station, and the persistence muscle.
How do we wrap this up?
Let's look at one final concept. We will call this part. Done is better than perfect.
Done is better than perfect. Perfectionism is a disguise for the inside tired.
A disguise. That is interesting. Let's look back at the shaky bookshelf.
The person worked all day and finished at 10 o'clock.
But let's look closely at it. Is it a masterpiece? Is it perfect furniture?
I doubt it. The wood was hard and the instructions were confusing.
You were right. It is not perfect. The screwdriver slipped and left a deep scratch on the side.
A scratched shelf.
And the middle shelf is not straight. One side is a little higher than the other. It is crooked.
Crooked and scratched. Imperfect.
It's imperfect.
Yeah.
But here is the crucial question. When they placed the heavy books on that crooked shelf, did it break?
Did the books fall?
No. The shelf held the books perfectly. It solved the problem of the messy living room.
The function was achieved even if the form was flawed.
Exactly. Now, what if the builder was a perfectionist?
They see the crooked shelf at 10 o'clock.
They say, this is unacceptable, it must be perfectly straight. What do?
They take all the books back off. They take the screws out.
They stay up all night trying to fix a tiny mistake. They get frustrated.
If they demanded perfection, they might never finish. They would be sitting on the floor with pieces of wood.
That is the tragedy of perfectionism. Trying to be perfect prevents you from being done.
Perfection is an impossible standard. The work never ends.
Your persistence muscle burns out. You quit entirely.
We must accept that done is the main goal. A crooked bookshelf that holds books is more valuable than perfect wood on the floor.
I love that. How does this apply to the listener learning English?
Language learners often fall into the perfection trap,
They study grammar for months,
Yeah.
practice pronunciation alone.
but they are terrified of speaking to a real person. They think, my accent isn't perfect. I might use the wrong verb.
They want the perfect bookshelf without picking up tools.
If you wait for perfect grammar, you will remain silent forever. You will never use the language.
You are the builder constantly taking the shelf apart.
So what does done look like in language learning?
It is not about passing a test with a perfect score.
No, it is about communication. Transferring an idea from your brain to someone else's brain.
Communication is the function, like holding books.
Imagine you go to a coffee shop. You want an iced coffee with milk.
Yeah.
You are nervous. You say, I wanting cold coffee milk, please.
The grammar is wrong. I wanting is incorrect. It is a crooked sentence.
Very crooked, full of mistakes. But look what happens.
The person smiles, understands you, makes the drink, and hands it to you.
Did you use perfect grammar? No. Did you communicate the idea? Yes.
Did you get the coffee? Yes. The conversation was successful. You are done.
Communication is the finish line.
The person at the coffee shop does not care about the scratch in your grammar. If the message is understood, the shelf held the books.
Choose connection over perfection. You will make mistakes. That is okay.
Let your language be a little bit crooked.
Do not let the fear of a mistake stop you from finishing a conversation. Share your ideas.
An imperfect conversation builds your persistence muscle more than a perfect sentence spoken silently in an empty room. Speak, be crooked, but be done. I feel like I have learned so much today.
We have traveled a long way on this deep dive.
From messy living rooms to city parks, dark closets to coffee shops, let's summarize the big lessons.
A summary helps the brain organize the new concepts.
The foundation is the quote, "Don't stop when you're tired, stop when you're done."
We learned the inside tired is the brain trying to save energy because it is scared of hard work.
We don't have to listen to that fear. We saw the shaky bookshelf. Trading temporary discomfort for long-term pride is a good deal.
The done energy lasts a long time.
Then we went for a run, kilometer 4. The fluffy dog reminded us that laughter is powerful medicine.
A moment of joy breaks the stress cycle and gives fresh energy to shuffle across the finish line.
For times with no fluffy dog, we have the 5-minute rule. Shrink the mountain into a tiny step, reduce fear, build momentum.
Keep the car rolling.
But we also learned the gas station rule. It is necessary to take a break when the fuel tank is empty. Rest without guilt.
But rest, do not quit. Put the key back in the ignition the next day.
We learned about the shiny guitar. Every expert is a struggling beginner. We learned about the persistence muscle.
Every time you finish a hard task, you lift a mental weight. You grow stronger.
Finishing small jobs today builds strength for massive goals tomorrow.
Finally, we learned perfectionism is a trap. The crooked bookshelf is valuable if it holds books. Done is better than perfect.
A conversation with mistakes is a victory. Communication is the finish line. Be brave enough to be crooked.
That is a very accurate summary.
Thank you. And now, I want to speak directly to you, the listener.
Yes, to the listener.
I want to praise you. You chose to listen to a long discussion in a language you were learning. That requires effort.
Your brain probably asked you to stop, but you didn't.
You stayed with us. You pushed through difficult vocabulary. You are building your persistence muscle right now.
You didn't stop. You are moving toward your finish line.
I am incredibly proud of your effort today.
I echo that. Being here is a victory. Your mind is stronger now. And that raises a final question for you.
What is the question?
Think about your persistence muscle. What is one very small thing, one tiny task that you can finish today?
Oh, I love that. Find one small thing and finish it today. Build that muscle.
Make your mind stronger for tomorrow.
Thank you so much for joining us on this deep dive. Thank you for learning with us and for pushing through the inside tired.
Keep practicing, keep moving forward.
And always remember, don't stop when you're tired. Stop when you're done. Have a wonderful day, everyone.